Are you dealing with back pain or having trouble with your squats and deadlifts? Stick with me to learn how pelvic tilt affects your posture and your strength, and how making a small change can lead to big results in your daily life and your workouts. Let's go. Pelvic tilt affects your posture, your spinal alignment, and your ability to move efficiently, whether you're sitting at the desk, you're walking, or you're lifting in the gym. Today, we're going to review the anterior pelvic tilt and the posterior pelvic tilt, and also show you how to get into that neutral position so you can improve your performance and less pain. Pelvic tilt isn't just something you think about when lifting weights. It's in your daily life. How you sit at your desk, in your car, how you stand when you talk to people, how you walk. Each of these movements can either support or harm your spinal alignment. This is where the plumb line comes into play. Imagine a vertical line from your head to your feet. This is how we ensure your spine stays aligned and gravity works with you instead of against you. Let's do a simple exercise to correct pelvic tilt. Get into prone position with your palms underneath your head. Now engage your glutes and your core to tilt your pelvis posteriorly. Tuck your tailbone under. It should feel like your belly button is lifting and pulling away from the floor, away from the mat. Common mistake is pressing the knees and lifting the hips. And this is not what we want. We want to focus on the core to lift the abdomen and engage those glutes. Now let's apply this to your squats and deadlifts. In these movements, having a neutral pelvis is key for avoiding injury. If your pelvic tilt is off, you risk overloading your lower back, limiting your mobility, and affecting your form. Focus on breathing, lengthening your spine, and engaging your core and glutes to stabilize your pelvis during these lifts. Let's test your pelvis, the plumb line, check it out. And then high lunge. Do you overarch your back where you're feeling the ribs flare forward? Here's a way to draw the tailbone down. Use your core muscles and your glutes to draw those bottom ribs in and down as you breathe. Stay with it. And then cat-cow. You will go into an anterior pelvic tilt in your cow position. Your lower back will arch. Your tailbone will lift. And cat pose. Oh, this always feels so good. Rounding the spine, drawing the tailbone down in a posterior pelvic tilt. This is stretching the back body. So this is natural for your pelvis to move in these directions along with your spine. And this should feel good. And if it doesn't, take your time and just keep practicing. But this is a great way to start to feel your pelvis move. Dandasana, seated staff pose. As you can see, it is an L-shaped position. You're grounding on your sit bones and you're in a neutral pelvis position. There might be a slight posterior pelvic tilt. This is where there's too much posterior pelvic tilt and the posterior body, the back, the glutes, the legs are tight, hence almost falling backwards and the knees bending. And lastly, downward facing dog. The spine rounding, the knees bending. You can't even straighten much because it's the whole back body is just too tight. Give yourself time to play with it. Step back and start to push, straightening the arms, drawing your chest toward your thighs and pushing your sit bones up and back so you can lengthen your spine. It will feel so much better. And remember to use your breath. For better posture and strength, practice and try plank. This is a great way to engage your core and stabilize your pelvis. And practicing this position will help you keep that neutral pelvic position. And don't forget, the 90-90 kneeling lunge is a great way to stretch your hip flexors and also encourage that pelvic position, that pelvic alignment. Want to fix your posture and eliminate back pain? Start with my Mobility Reset program. This program will help you get ready for all those warm weather activities and fitness goals. The link is below, and if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to ask. This is your time to reset your mobility, take care of your body, keep practicing, keep moving in a healthy and strong way. Don't let anything hold you back, especially pain, tension, or tightness. I'll see you there.